opportunity to they do a lot of talk in this new system. So I'm sorry about that. But it's another day that God has given us an opportunity to arise. We have breath in our bodies. And I'm telling you, it seems like in this season, and you guys have heard me say this before, that, everybody that's going to sleep are not waking up, but we're all been favored to be able to wake up. And whenever we're able to wake up, we're able to um, get another opportunity to get it right. We're able to continue what we started. We're able to correct what we've wronged, and I think that is so essential to our lives that we wake up with intentionality. We wake up with intentionality. Today, I'm going to talk about when was the last time. Yep, when was the last time? That's what I'm going to deal with. One of the essential elements of being successful in this business that you're in is being able to build and maintain successful teams. Build and maintain successful teams. We spend a lot of time building and looking for people to join, but how much time do we spend in building a team? Now, um, and it's when you begin to build a team that you begin to experience um, accelerated growth. You begin to experience success in a way that is sustainable, and you begin to experience the freedom of why you got in this business in the first place. And one of the things that I know, and one of the things that I continue to work on, and one of the things that I've done is is making certain that in building the right team, I build the right culture. You have to build the right culture. And so when I begin to ask, when was the last time? The question really becomes, when was the last time you had um, you revisited your mission as a team? When was the last time you went over your vision with all of those that was on your team? When was the last time you established team goals as opposed to individual goals? When was the last time you had a team building event that wasn't about recruitment, that wasn't about um, sales, that wasn't about the next, promo, but it was just about fellowship. It was just about hanging out. When was the last time? And so, if you're going to build the right team, you got to build the right culture. And one of the things that is necessary in building the right culture is to make certain that the mission is clear. Make certain that everyone is in alignment and excited about the vision. When you build the right culture, your culture has core values. Your culture has core values. Um, and the next thing that you have to consider is you have to consider the faith factor in building the right culture. So not only must you have a value-based culture, but you must have a faith-based culture. And that faith-based culture is a culture of we believe. Yeah, it's a culture that says we can. It's a culture that says we will. It's a culture that causes people to be enthusiastic and excited um, about making certain that you reach your goal because subsequently as you're reaching your goal, that suggests that they're reaching their goal. And if it's not, and the truth of it is, the vision and the goal must not be about you. It must not be about them. It must be about we. What is our goal, and what role do you play in reaching it? And so that's when they become excited for your organization. And so these are some of the things that you got to consider when you're building the right culture for the sake of building the right team. The next thing that you must understand if you're going to build in helping you to build the right culture is here's something that I posted one day on Facebook, and I kind of had to check myself. I meant every word that I said, but I wanted to make certain that the context of what I said did not get lost. I posted on Facebook these words. I said, while I appreciate effort, I celebrate success. I celebrate results. And really what I was basically, to be honest with you, what I was saying is, thank you for your efforts. But I'm not celebrating efforts. I'm really celebrating results. And so what I would have you to do is not only celebrate results, but I also will have you make certain your appreciation of effort comes with a certain level of excitement, enthusiasm, that it begins to help to foster the necessary energy and the necessary work that it's going to take for you to be successful or for your team member to be successful. And so that's one of the things that is important. The next thing. So number one, I want you to build the right culture. Number two, I want you to build, when you're going to build the right team, you got to think of your strategy. When was the last time you visited your team building strategy? Or do you even have a team building strategy? Where is your 12? Where's those 12 men and women? Where is your Fab Five? Where is that 5 people that sits at the core that have locked in, that said, I'm helping you to build this thing? Where are they? When was the last time you assessed your Fab Five? When was the last time you took them to dinner? When was the last time you talked about some of their pains, their fears, their desires? When was the last time you took your Power 12, those 12 individuals that's not necessarily part of the core, but they're an essential part of the foundation of your building? When was the last time you recruited and you recruited with strategy? So these are all of the things that you got to think about if you're going to build and maintain successful teams so that you could build a successful organization and a successful business. So when you think about your recruitment, and when you think about building strategically, it's important that you don't get locked into your emotions about it. The type of people that you want to target is not the people that's looking for a job. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all may not like the coach. Y'all may not like the bishop today. But some of us, we look for the people that's not doing nothing. I don't really associate. I don't really spend a lot of time with people that's not doing nothing. You got to target people that got self-discipline. You got to target people with a certain level of influence. You got to look out. You got to look for people that has a certain level of teachability. That even with their influence, even though they're busy, they're still teachable. They're still pliable. Y'all understand? Not just willing. See, some of us, we get excited over that group of people that's willing to try. Well, I tried and see how it worked. No. You could take them on, but you don't target them. Take them, but don't target them. Therefore, listen, if I was teaching this thing online, or I would say put in the chat, take them, but don't target them. But I'm not teaching online. If I was in a church, I'd say turn to your neighbor and say take them, but don't target them. Don't target them. Don't target them. Yeah, because you want to target people strategically. Strategically. And how do you do that? There's a 3-step qualification process that I want you to consider. The first thing is I want you to assess their interest and readiness. Assess their interest and readiness. The second thing is you got to share their vision. You got to share the vision and the values and make certain that they are aligned. And then here's the other thing. Train them before signing them. Oh, man. What do you mean? I want you to go through a certain level. To me, hey, listen, come to a certain class. Go to a certain level of training. I want to see how you operate. I want to see how you give, what your feedback is before I even sign you, before I even enroll you. Every interview that I do is a working interview, meaning that before I hire them, they got to show me some stuff. They got to come in. They got to work a day. They got to work a few hours. They got to do that because I have to help make certain that their flow is going to fit our culture. So one of the things, and your culture will then become contagious. One of the things we're known for at Stripes and Bites is our customer service, our hospitality. How everybody that comes in as guests leaves as family because of the way they're treated. That's our culture. And the only 2 times I've had to get rid of some folk that's at Stripes and Bites, both of them were great workers, but they were not a great fit for our culture. They looked at it as just a job. And so I didn't want people on board that was looking at it as just a job. I wanted them to take ownership. I wanted them to love what they were doing, love each other, and love our guests. And so here's a little piece that I want you to look at. I want you to attract the people, train the people, equip the people, and then do it all over again. If you're going to build a successful team, you got to attract the right people. You got to train them the right way. You got to equip them with the necessary tools to be successful. And then you got to do it all over again. Attract, train, equip, and duplicate. The last piece. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to stop. I just looked at the time. I'm not going to continue on. Hopefully this was helpful to you. And I opened up by saying today's message is when was the last time? And the question is, when was the last time you considered your team? When was the last time you visited your team? Like really, really spent some time and invested in them? When was the last time you've done those things to assure your team's success? Listen, hopefully this was helpful. I want you to have a supernaturally wonderful day. Those of you that are in the Chicagoland area, guess what, y'all? It's Taco Tuesday. Always Taco Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Stripes and Bites. And also this last piece that I want to share with you real quick as a public announcement. Many of you have sought out some of my coaching and training and all of that stuff. And some of you have stressed the interest, but did not have the discretionary funds to invest it. Well, I am doing something with an organization that has allowed me to invite some of my constituents to be a part of it. And that is, I'll be doing not only a weekly call, but a monthly training and some other different things that will come up where you can actually join or enroll at no cost. And it's not a MLM, it's nothing, it's none of that. It's something by which I've been made the bishop over. And so I'll invite you to visit ucccmarketplace.com. That's ucccmarketplace.com. And you could kind of check it out. You could no cost to put in your data, your information, and and join us as I begin to help grow a group of faith-based entrepreneurs and small business owners. It's a lot of benefits that come with it, so you can consider that. UCCCmarketplace.com. All right, I gotta go. Till next time, prosper and be blessed.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dan. That was useful. Absolutely. When was the last time? Listen, guys, this is Tuesday. So if you're part of the 360 community, you gotta tune in. Oh my God, the new lineup has proven to be so useful, so much great information, so much to learn. It's fantastic. 7 p.m. this evening, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And of course, rebounding is right after. Go out and have an Akana kind of day. We'll see you back here again tomorrow.